Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video I wanted to show you 3 examples of some time-lapse movies created with the inbuilt time-lapse movie mode in Canon Cameras. So this mode means that you don't have to go and do any post-processing. The camera goes and takes a series of pictures and then it merges them all together into a final movie. And this is all done inside the camera, so you end up with a single movie file at the end. So here we've got the 6D Mark II. The first thing we need to do is turn it on. And then we need to make sure that we're in the video shooting mode, so we'll just flick this switch from photo to video. So we need to come up to the menu button here, just hit that. We're on the shooting menu. We need to come over to menu option 5, and this might be different depending on the Canon camera you're using. Here we've got the time-lapse movie mode. The first thing we need to do is enable time-lapse movie mode, so just hit disable and then choose enable 4K or enable full HD. I suggest you shoot 4K movies if you've got enough card space free, because this will give you more options post-processing. So we'll hit enable 4K and choose OK. The next thing we need to do is choose the interval that we're going to use. This is how often a photo is taken. So it's currently set to 2 seconds here, but we can change this. So we'll just hit the number of seconds here and we can increase this or decrease this. So for example, say we want a photo every 5 seconds. We'll choose 5 and then hit the OK button. The interval that you choose here will depend on the subject that you're shooting and how much movement there is. The next thing is to choose the number of shots that we want in the total time-lapse movie, currently set to 600 here. We can see at the bottom that it's going to take 49 minutes and 55 seconds to take all of these images, and it's going to result in a 20-second movie file at the end. So to change the number of shots, we can do it here. For example, if we set 300 shots, notice what happens to the times. Now it's going to take 24 minutes and 55 seconds to shoot this time-lapse, and it's going to result in a 10-second video. What I suggest you do, however, is just choose a value which is a lot bigger than you want. You can always cut short the recording of the time-lapse. So this will make sure that you never actually run short in your time-lapse shooting. All you need to do is turn off the camera to stop time-lapse mode. The next thing we can choose is the auto exposure mode. We can have the automatic exposure calculated for each frame that's taken during the time-lapse, or we can fix this to the first photo that's taken by the camera in the time-lapse sequence. And I suggest you set this LCD auto off to enable. What this means is that it's not going to keep the LCD screen on for the whole time you're taking the time-lapse and potentially run out of battery power before it's finished. So this is just a tip to save battery power. Once you've selected the settings that you want, hit the menu button to go back to the menu, and notice now the time-lapse movie is set to enabled 4K. Just hit the shutter button halfway down and then follow the instructions on screen to start taking your time-lapse movie. So that's how to enable time-lapse movie shooting on a Canon 6D Mark II. Depending on the Canon camera you've got, you may not have the option to shoot time-lapse movies, but for example it's available on this 6D Mark II and also on the EOS RP mirrorless camera. So let's take a look now at 3 time-lapse movies that I shot using this time-lapse movie mode. The best thing about this mode is it's super simple and super quick to set up a time-lapse. You just put the camera on a tripod or on a wall somewhere safe, start the time-lapse and leave the camera to it. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please click the thumbs up button as that really helps the channel. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, consider doing so if you want to be notified of future videos related to photography and video. See ya!